Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you in PHP how to search records between two dates using jQuery calendar. I'm reloading the browser. The from date December 2018 04 and the to date. If you notice the calendar in the to date, we have chosen from date is 4, so the before 4th whatever the dates, they're all disabled. See, so let's select the 4. So when I click submit, see here we got the Charan join date is this one. For example, let's check the other one, 15 and 23rd. When I submit, no records found. The from date, I'm selecting the from date, the March 1 to December 31st, submit. From the selected dates, we have chosen only 2 employee records we found. They are the Srilata and Charan. That's it. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. For this video tutorial, I am using Notepad++. Now in this Notepad++, I am adding the simple HTML5 tags, HTML. I'm closing the HTML head. I'm closing the header tag. Body. I'm closing the body tag. Now between this body, I'm adding center tag. Closing the center tag. H1. How to search records between two dates, from and to. I'm closing the H1 tag. H2 using jQuery calendar. For that I'm adding horizontal line. Now after the horizontal line, I'm adding 2 text box controls. So let's add the table here. I'm closing the table. Border is equals to, between double quotes, 1 tr. I'm closing this tr. Now inside this tr, I'm td. I'm closing the td. The first one is a from date. td. I'm closing the td. Now in this td, I am adding the input text box control. Input type is equals to text. id is equals to text from. The next attribute I'm adding name is equals to from date. I'm closing the text box control. Now let's copy this one, and this is to date. Text to, the id name is, and the name is to date. After that, the last one, I'm adding the button control. After adding the text box control, now I require the button control. So after the tr, input type is equals to submit. id is equals to search. Name is equals to search. That's it. We have just finished the designing part. Let's save this file. I'm saving this file in the root folder www. Get records between two dates .php file. Let's save this file. Before adding the search functionality using jQuery in PHP, first we'll check the basic output, how it looks on the browser. And here is the output of that code, which contains a header tags, 2 text box controls from date and to date, and 1 button control. Now my next target is, when I click the input text box control, I want to get the jQuery calendar to select the dates, the from date and to date, as well as I want to give the validation the from date is always lesser than the to date, the minimum date. First we require the latest jQuery CDN links. Open google.com. In the Google search, type for jQuery latest CDN Google, and from the search results, the hosted libraries, I'm selecting that one. Notice in this Google hosted libraries there is a contents panel here which contains jQuery and jQuery UI. I'm selecting first jQuery. Here we can find the different snippets of the jQuery versions. I'm selecting the latest version 3.3.1. Just copy this one. Let's add the snippet into our PHP file in the header section. After that, again switch back to the Google hosted libraries. Now this time I'm selecting jQuery UI. In jQuery UI we have 2 snippets, one for the style sheet and second one for the jQuery UI. Let's copy this both and paste here. After that, I'm adding script tag, closing the script, type is equals to text / JavaScript dollar function Now in this function I am adding the functionality. When I click the mouse in from date, I want to display the calendar control. So dollar here, between double quotes I'm adding the text box control, which is a from date, text from, and we are adding the IDs of the control. We must put the prefix hash dot datepicker I'm adding the attributes of the date picker. The first one is a format, date format, colon, between single quotes, year, / month and dd, comma. After that, I'm adding the event on select, colon, function. I'm adding the object date selected, I'm adding a variable dt is equals to new date class. Here I'm adding in this date class date selected. After that, dt dot set date is a method. Inside this, dt dot get date method. Now the final condition in the from date, always the from date is lesser than the selected to date. So dollar between double quotes hash, I'm adding the text box 2 id, which is text2 dot date picker option. The second parameter, I'm adding the minimum date, comma. We are getting the date from this variable dt. So add this dt here, semicolon. That's it. We have added the jQuery functionality in from text box control. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. When we click the mouse in the from date, we are getting the calendar control or not. Now I'm reloading the browser. I'm clicking the from date. Notice we got the calendar. Now I'm selecting the dates: year, month and date. This is the format we have set in this jQuery script. Now let's add the same functionality in the to text box control also, which is a to date. Now don't from dollar from here to here. Let's paste that one. So wherever we have text from, add text to ID. And this one, text from. And here we require the maximum date, max date. Let's save this file. Now we'll check the results. When we click the text box control 2, we are getting the calendar control or not. We have to refresh the browser. The from date we are getting, and to date also we are getting. Up to now we have just finished the designing, and we have added the jQuery calendar functionality to the controls. Now my next final aim is, after selecting the from date and to date, when I click the submit button, I want to display the records from the database. So let's open mysql phpmyadmin database. I just logged into mysql phpmyadmin database. Notice in the left side there is some databases. I'm selecting the sample DB database, which is user database. I'm expanding that one. The tables for this video tutorial, I'm selecting the employee details. And this employee details contains 3 columns: employee ID, employee name and join date. Whatever the dates I'm selecting in from and to, I want to display the employee name and join date records on the browser. Now let's start the coding part. Now before adding the PHP code, the first most important, inside this body tag we need to add the form tag. Form method is equals to post. This is very important tag. After this enter, I'm adding. After adding this form tag, now after the table between the center, I'm adding the PHP code. PHP. Now in this PHP code, the first thing I'm adding my SQL phpmyadmin connection string variables. The first one is a host name is equals to between double quotes. The host name is a local host. $db name is equals to, our database name is sample DB. $username is equals to root. Password is equals to empty. I don't have any password to log into my SQL phpmyadmin. If you have any password, please enter that into this password field. After adding the connection string variables, let's add the connection string mysql underscore connect method, which takes the first one is the host name. Between double quotes, I'm adding the $host name, which is a local host, comma, the second parameter is a username, $username, which is a string we have to put in the double quotes, comma, and the second one is a string password, this one, between double quotes. I'm not entering any password here because I'm leaving blank only. I don't have any password. And the last one is a string database name. This one, sample DB, $db name I'm adding between double quotes. After adding the connection strings, now if is set $_post between square brackets, I'm adding the input button control name search. Let's declare a variables $text from date is equals to $_post. Between double quotes I'm adding the from date name, which is from date. Copy this one, semicolon. I'm adding the variable $text to date is equals to $_post. Between double quotes I'm adding to date, semicolon. After that I'm adding the mysql query. $query is equals to mysqli_query method. This mysql query method takes two parameters. The first one is a mysql link, which is a connection object. Let's copy this one and paste here, comma, and the second parameter is a string query. Here the string query is a select statement. Between double quotes I'm adding the select statement here. Select start from, the table name is employee details. Copy this one, paste here, where I'm adding the condition between the join dates. So the dates I want to join date between single quotes. I'm adding the first from date. I'm getting this variable text from date, and again single quotes. This time we'll add the to date. Order by join date. I want to count the rows, what are the records we are getting from that table, employee details. So $count is equals to mysqli_num rows. I'm adding $query object. If the rows are not found in the table between the given condition, I want to display the message no records found. If $count double equals to, between double quotes I'm adding 0, which means the records are not available between the given condition dates. Echo h3, I'm closing the h3 tag, no records found. Else, in the else part, what are the rows we are getting from the employee details table, I want to display in the table. So here we are writing the HTML tags. So let's close this PHP tag here. I'm adding new PHP tag, question mark PHP here, for these curly braces. Now between these PHP tags I'm adding a table border is equals to 1. Let's close the table. I'm closing this table here after the PHP. Now here I'm adding t-row, closing the t-row, table headers, I'm closing the table headers. The first column name is the employee name. The second column name I want to display the dates, join date. Now I'm using while loop to fetch the records from the database. So that condition I'm using in this PHP code, while $row is equals to mysqli_fetch array I'm adding this query object, $query, echo between double quotes tr. I'm closing the tr, td, closing the td tag, and between these td tags I'm adding $row between square brackets. Now between these double quotes I'm adding the column name I want to display, employee name, emp name. Friends, here in the curly braces we have to put, this is the expression. The second column, copy this one, paste here. Instead of emp name, add the join date. This column I want to display emp name and join date, both dates, join date. At the last, after the tr tag close, I'm adding the backward slash n, which creates a new line. That's it. I hope so. Here we need to close the bracket here. Let's save this file. We'll check the output on the browser. Just for the easy understanding purpose, we'll check the simple from date and to date. I'm entering only the Charan employee name, join date is from and to date, both are same, which is 2018 December 04. I'm reloading the browser. The from date December 2018 04, and the to date, if you notice the calendar in the to date, we have chosen from date is 4, so the before 4th, whatever the dates, they're all disabled. See? So let's select the 4. So when I click submit, see here we got the Charan, join date is this one. For example, let's check the other one, 15 and 23rd. When I submit, no records found. The from date, I'm selecting the from date, the March 1 to December 31st, submit. From the selected dates, we have chosen only 2 employee records we found. They are the Srilata and Charan. That's it.